Roadway construction sites are some of the most dangerous places to work in America. As a trained flagger, you will be responsible for the safety of yourself, workers, motorists, bicyclists, and pedestrians. This video is intended to clarify your role, responsibilities, and safety measures, helping to reduce confusion, accidents, injuries, and claims from accidents. After all, work zone safety depends on you. Your personal safety is your first priority. It involves preparation, parking, PPE or personal protective equipment, and a safety orientation meeting. Before heading to the job site, prepare an equipment bag for your safety and comfort. Many of these items will likely be required by your employer. Be sure you carry your Washington State approved flagger card on your person. You'll also need sturdy work boots, shirts with sleeves, long pants for all weather conditions, and a horn or whistle for emergencies. For your comfort and safety, bring hearing protection, gloves, safety glasses, and a first aid kit. Be prepared for all weather conditions with sunscreen, rain gear, an extra jacket, extra socks, and insect repellent. And bring plenty of food and water. Arrive on the job site early. Park your personal vehicle in a safe location away from the flagging station, or as designated by your supervisor, so as not to cause an obstruction or visibility hazard. Do not carry or use devices such as a cell phone, pager, MP3 player, or radio. They may distract your vision, hearing, or attention. Two-way radios should be used for communications between flaggers to direct traffic or ensure flagger safety. There are several items that all flaggers must wear as an outer garment. These include a high-visibility ANSI-approved Class II vest or safety garment and a high-visibility hard hat. Both must have the required amount of retroreflective material. The safety garment must be fastened and provide 360-degree coverage of the torso. In hours of darkness, flaggers must also wear white or high-visibility color coveralls or trousers that have retroreflective banding on the legs, which are ANSI approved. When snow or fog limits visibility, pants, coveralls, or rain gear in a highly visible color other than white must be worn. Retroreflective banding on the legs is required. You must also use an 18-inch stop-slow paddle at a minimum. Either an 18 or 24-inch stop-slow retroreflective paddle shall be required while flagging at night. All paddles must be MUTCD compliant. Before starting any job, it's required that you receive an orientation to familiarize you with the job site. The orientation should include, but not be limited to, the flagger's role and location on the job site. Remember, flaggers must never be assigned other tasks while engaged in flagging duties. The location and planned movement of work vehicles and equipment at the site. Job site traffic patterns. Communications and signals to be used between flaggers and equipment operators. An on-foot escape route. And any other hazards specific to the job site. Let's review the section on personal safety. Prepare an equipment bag containing all the required and recommended items you'll need on the job site. Park your personal vehicle in an area where it won't be an obstruction or hazard. Wear items that are designed according to ANSI Class II or Class III specifications. It is required that you receive a safety orientation meeting to familiarize you with the job site, its hazards, and communications to be used. Prior to the beginning of your flagging duties, you will need to put out advance warning signs. These are required whether the flagging operation is for 1 minute or all day. There are no shortcuts. Check that you have the correct number and types of advance warning signs and stands needed for the operation. Signs and stands should be compliant with NCHRP 350 crash ratings. When parking your work vehicle, find a safe place on the shoulder of the road to unload your signs. Always use your warning beacon and hazard lights so road users will notice your position. This is your first warning to road users. Follow these other safety precautions when installing your signs. Do not exit or unload from the traffic side of the vehicle. Unload on the safe side, away from the traffic lane. Do not cross the lane of traffic to install your signs. You should be on the same side of the road as your vehicle. After all, your lights are flashing to get the attention for that location, not the opposite side of the street. Watch your back and your partner's back. Always mount the sign on the right side of the road and make sure that it is clearly visible and does not block or conflict with other required signs. The number of signs and distance between the signs will be determined by the speed of traffic. Refer to your Washington State sign placement chart. On roadways with a speed limit below 45 miles per hour, a 3 advance warning sign sequence is the required minimum. With a 45 mile per hour or higher speed limit, a 4 advance warning sign sequence is the required minimum. Warning signs must reflect the actual condition of the work zone. When not in use, advance warning signs must be turned, covered, or removed. Just be sure to follow the same safety precautions during removal as during installation. Now, let's review techniques for proper sign installation. Make sure you have the proper type and number of signs needed. Your work vehicle should be parked on the shoulder with warning beacons on. Your vehicle is your protection. Exit and unload your vehicle from the side away from traffic. Do not cross lanes of traffic to place signs. Watch your partner's back. Use roadway speed to determine the number and placement of advance warning signs. When not in use, remove or cover signs. As a flagger, it is critical that your location provide the proper visibility, buffer space, and an escape route. Remember, if you cannot see cars from a distance, you may not have enough time to warn workers of errant road users. Take a position in advance of any hills or curves so you are visible to approaching traffic. Your position should allow you to see and be seen by vehicles approaching from a distance. Make sure your vest or outerwear provides a color contrast between you and the background. Shade can make a flagger's position difficult for drivers to see. Stay in the light and never position yourself on or beneath a bridge or overpass. Stand alone. Do not let a group congregate at your station and distract you from your duties. Drivers can be confused if you blend in with a group of other workers. The distance from the flagger station to the work zone is determined by the speed of the roadway. For instance, if the posted speed is 35 miles per hour, the distance between the flagger station and the work site should be 250 feet. This way, if a vehicle fails to stop at the flagging station, the vehicle will have sufficient distance to stop before entering the work area. Keep the Washington State Administrative Code and your flagger handbook handy so you can refer to the buffer space chart. In case of emergency, be sure you have a pre-planned way to exit your position. Should the need arise, exit 90 degrees to the path of the oncoming vehicle. Drop your paddle away from your direction of exit. Use a whistle or horn to warn others in the work area. Let's review the safe way to position your flagging station. Remain visible to approaching road users. Remember that approaching drivers may not see you, may be unable to stop, or may lose control of their vehicles. Expect the unexpected, and always have your emergency escape route in mind.